Welcome back to News Geelong. G21, the Geelong Region Alliance, called on the Geelong Region community to help end violence against women at a White Ribbon Day held at Kardinia Park this week, as Debbie Meaney reports.
Geelong supporters got behind White Ribbon Day here at Skilled Stadium, saying no against violence against women. They made a visual statement by making a white ribbon on the field. I caught up with Councillor Barbara Abley at the event. Great turnout today for White Ribbon Day.
Absolutely fantastic, right through from babes in arms to older people, from schools, from employment areas right across Geelong, and also the G21 region, which is Golden Plains, Colac Otway Shire, City of Greater Geelong, the Borough of Queenscliff and Surf Coast Shire. So we've got people from right across the region here today to celebrate the launch of White Ribbon Day for our region. We've also appealed to men to actually become ambassadors, which means the forms are available here today, and you can hear the exuberance behind me of all the boys from St Joey's. So they were one of the schools who were here today. Sacred Heart, Matthew Flinders, and Bellarine Secondary College were the other schools. So it takes a very strong message into the schools and the homes where the message needs to go.
And that message is?
Well, that violence against women, against females, is not tolerated in any form, whether it's psychological, emotional, physical, verbal, no written, text messaging. It is not tolerated at all in any way, shape or form.
And where can these forms be accessed?
Well, we've got them here today, and for those people who are not here today, can actually access them on the net. If they go to the COG website under Community Services, they can access the form, and they can also access the code that the city is going to be signing. It's already signed to say that the council and its constituency are against violence against women. But those forms can actually be accessed, printed off, and then just drop back to a customer service centre, and we'll do the rest.
What a wonderful turnout. Let's hope we get more ambassadors on board.
Totally agree. I'll look forward to it. We're looking for 50, but if we can hit the 100 and then the 150 and then further on, it would be fantastic. Really appreciate it.
This is Debbie Meaney at Skilled Stadium for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie, and thanks to the people of Geelong. It is that time of the year when the mozzies come out to play. The City of Greater Geelong is taking significant lengths to help reduce and prevent the breeding of these annoying pests, as Ian Nichols reports.
This is Johnson Park in the heart of Geelong. I don't think you'll find any mosquitoes here, but in outlying areas around Geelong where there's been a lot of rain of late and water still lying around, it means mosquitoes could be a problem. So the City of Greater Geelong has moved swiftly to have a prevention program put in place. Well, Lyndon Ray is the team leader of the Environmental Health Department here at the City of Greater Geelong, and it is the mosquito season right about now?
It is, Ian, yes. The official season probably started around August. As rainfall increases and temperature rises, we're actually a bit lucky this year in a sense, although we've had lots of rain. As we know, we had a pretty cold winter, so things took a little bit of time to kick off as far as breeding goes, but things are warming up now. Well, it means that your team has had to get out there, and spraying has been the most effective method. I'm particularly talking about outlying areas, the Bellarine Peninsula. Yeah, it certainly has, Ian. The program's been running for well over 20 years. It's probably been in the last 4 to 5 years where we've managed to get a permit from the Commonwealth to apply in our the products we use in our protected wetlands around the peninsula. Now, for urban dwellers, people who live in the suburbs, they don't get quite the same extreme, but they still should be taking care in some way or another, shouldn't they? Yeah, they certainly should. Recommendations, mosquitoes need still stagnant water for at least a couple of weeks for them to emerge as adults. So looking around your homes, block gutters, old bird baths and buckets and things, it doesn't take long for a little bit of water to sit in there, and sure enough, you've got your own little local breeding happening. And we just ask people to have a look around their properties to make sure they can empty that water out or prevent it from sitting for long enough that they can breed in. And for many years it's been recommended that people have citronella, either in the form of oil or a candle, or even grow the plant in your garden. Does that work? Yeah, the citronella definitely does work. There's a number of other plants listed that have supposed pest reduction properties. Whether that works or not, I personally haven't seen it, but I hear good reports on a lot of the plants. But citronella tends to be the most common one used as a general deterrent for all sort of insects, not just mosquitoes.
So when would you expect mosquitoes to disappear from our scenario?
The mosquitoes in our area they do breed all year round, but in the winter months they go quiet because it's colder and they breed a lot slower. But there is always still mosquitoes around. But our official program really finishes around March, April, as things start to cool down.
So hopefully you've learned something about keeping mosquitoes at bay this summer. This is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. Local music group favourites, the Rusties, have returned from the UK to make a long-awaited return to this weekend's Queenscliff Music Festival. Steph Cowdery reports.
Today I caught up with local Geelong band, the Rusties, and they are all three boys. Bo, Matt and Lockie are born and bred right here in Ocean Grove. So I met up with them today. They're fantastic. Music is great, and you can catch them this weekend at the Queenscliff Music Festival on Friday the 26th till Sunday the 28th. And it's not too late to get tickets. You can head online to www.qmf.net.au and get a chance to see them this weekend, as well as other great bands such as Little Red and Kate Miller-Heike. So you guys are awesome. Can you tell me how long you've been together?
All three of us have been together now for about 4 years. Four, yeah. I think so, anyway.
So how old were you then at that stage?
We started when we were in year 7. So.
The type of music that you play, what would you use to describe that?
Indie pop rock. That's what we try and describe it as, but we play a lot of different other styles as well.
Different genres.
Yeah, mixed in different songs and stuff.
You know, I heard that you guys have travelled to London to compete in the Battle of the Bands. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was sweet. We had to perform in 3 other different competitions to get there. So we performed locally in Geelong, and then went to Melbourne, and then played in Sydney, and we won the Australian final, and then we got to go to London, and it was so cool, like really good experience, and we've learnt heaps, and but we didn't win, but a band from China won, and they were called Rustic. So
in terms of music, where are people able to sort of hear your music? Where would they go to get that?
Head to the MySpace site, which is www.myspace.com/The Rusties Band, and also you can download 3 of our tracks on Triple J Unearthed, so head to that website.
So I hear you guys are playing the Queenscliff Music Festival on this weekend. How excited are you about that opportunity?
Very
pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's some really good artists playing this year, and it's just cool that we can be beside them, you know, up big boys.
And what night are you playing with that one?
We've actually got 5 gigs, but the main ones probably have to be. We've got three on Saturday. Saturday night we're playing at 8:45.
The Brick House.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. And on the train.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Stephanie Cowdery at Ocean Grove, News Geelong.
Thank you, Steph. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.